All right, so we are first week in February, so let's look at the stats that we see on the Rent from a Villager website. This goes back 30 days, and we're looking at all the different things that renters want when they're looking at a rental in the villages, according to the Rent from a Villager website. So dates, it looks like we are starting to see January, February, March of 2026 is starting to really show up in the search parameters here. So March is still the biggest one at this point, this blue area, but then January, February, March, people are starting to look for 2026 already. Then you'll see they're looking for February of 2025, some old data, and then April of 2025, we're at 13%. So people are still looking for 2025, but the big change is that now they're looking for January, February, March of 2026. You'll also see they're looking for January and February of 2026 here and February of 2026. So January tends to be one of the slower months for renting, so if you can get that one rented, that's great, but otherwise try to get the block. Let's see here, we got the villages, DeLuna, Richmond, and Hawkins top three. And then we've got Moultrie Creek really starting to make inroads here. Moultrie Creek, one of the newest villages. Not a lot of infrastructure down there. Esport's going to be amazing when it happens, but right now, lots of interest because it's the newest village. And then we've got Shady Brook and St. Catherine that are rounding up the top 5 or 6 or 7 here. So all the newer villages tend to get the most activity. We're in the 7%, 5% range for all of those villages. And let's have a look at the property type. Again, we're looking at courtyard villas, and 2-2s are the ones that are usually the ones that have the most interest. 2+ bedrooms and 2+ bathrooms. And the villas. Of course, we've got designer homes at 18% and patio villas at 17%, cottages and ranches at 13%. So more often than not, it's the 2-2s that are getting the most interest for rentals. Regions, Sumter Landing at 24%, Brownwood at 20%, Brownwood Fenny at 14%, and then Sawgrass at 13%. You'll see that Eastport area is getting some interest at 18%, but again, there's not much down there yet. You probably, end of the spring, beginning of fall, where we're going to start to see some actual real action down in Eastport. But it is starting to get some interest, which is really cool to see. Special features, long-term minimum rent at 24%, and then pets allowed and golf cart included are the top two. So again, if you allow pets and you've got a golf cart, you're in a better position than others. And it said 2 bedroom and 2 bathroom. So that's a look at what's happening on the Rent from a Villager site for the month of February 2025. Hope you enjoyed the video.